Hi, I'm Joanna, and this is the second video in our series, Partners for Change, highlighting people and organizations making a difference in Iraq. This is the second half of my interview with Virginia Tice of the Nature Iraq Foundation and Nature Iraq. Here we talk about their upcoming Tigris River Flotilla project. Make sure to check out why we're so excited about this project and help support their crowdsourcing campaign on the links listed at the end of this video.
This is an incredible adventure expedition planned for next fall called the Tigris River Flotilla Project. Basically, a flotilla just means a small group of boats, small group of vessels, whatever kind. In our case, it will be a group of both traditional as well as modern boats. And we're going to start in Turkey on the Tigris and sail down the Tigris. And to go all the way down, we're hoping to go down through Iraq and exit to the Gulf, but, we'll see as we plan the logistics more carefully next spring.
Right. And how long will that take?
We think probably around 2 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We're breaking the journey down into 4 different segments, 4 legs of the journey, so that different security considerations for each area can be considered.
Mm-hmm. And how did this idea of floating down the Tigris come about?
Well, a lot of the people at Nature Iraq and the Nature Iraq Foundation are big water lovers. We raft and, cruise down, do whitewater rafting in Iraq, which a lot of people don't realize you can do. And so we're water lovers, and we spend a lot of time on the water. And then it was brought to our attention, and to the founder of Nature Iraq, Azam Alawash, was reading a 1914 National Geographic article that had a really great piece on Iraq. And the journalist who wrote the article did a journey in a steamboat on the Tigris from Basra up to Baghdad. And in this article, they had some really great pictures of a gufa, which is a boat. It's shaped like a bread bowl. Actually, it's shaped just like a bread bowl, and people just stand up in it and travel up and down, especially from Basra. This was a very popular vessel that was been used for thousands of years and was continued to be used up to the last 100 years or so. And they had these pictures in the article of a gufa, and as well as a kelek, which is a Kurdish-style raft. And it got us on to thinking about the connections that people have used the Tigris for, the connections between all of Mesopotamia and the ancient world, as well as down into Egypt and even the Indus Valley, that the Tigris connects us all. And he started to kind of think about how to demonstrate how we're still all connected through the Tigris.
Very cool, very cool. And so you kind of already described this, but what are the project's main goals and objectives? There's that connection and...
Right. Well, the first is just to do awareness raising and outreach to the local communities on the Tigris about the threats that the Tigris is facing and what they can do to take action, as well as to bring global attention to this unique and all-important ecosystem. We also want to do data collection, to do water quality tests throughout the Tigris, to be able to see what's really going on with the ecology, as well as to do threat assessment of what are the greatest threats to the quantity and quality of the Tigris. And then lastly, we're hoping as we go down through these communities and do presentations and talk to the people, that we can establish a network of these communities to be able to help link them in the protection of their watershed.
Cool. And what's the thing about it that you're the most excited about personally?
Well, it's a journey of a lifetime.
Right.
It's a trip of a lifetime, and to be able to be a part of it is just so exciting. And I think that Turkey and Iraq are at a crossroads in terms of their development. They're both so rapidly developing their economies and their countries, and if more isn't done to protect the Tigris at precisely right now, at this time period, if more isn't done, then the Tigris is simply just not going to sustain. It's not going to exist. And parts of Iraq will certainly be affected. The Mesopotamian marshlands will they will dry up. There won't be the water. And so I feel like right now is a particular crossroads. And then also personally, just on a personal note, that as an American, I feel an obligation, a moral obligation, to try to help Iraq and leave a greater legacy than bombs and guns.
Right, for sure, exactly. And then how can people get involved and support the Flotilla project?
Lots of different ways. We've had, because it's such an exciting, inspiring project, we've had a lot of people come out of the woodwork to say, how can we help? I'm broke, but I want to help.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, first, obviously, money, giving money. We have a crowdsourcing campaign on Indiegogo, and we also accept donations through our website. So just having the money to be able to organize the logistics, to build the traditional boats, we want to start that this winter. But also, lots of people are donating their expertise. We've had people donate, offer to give their time for teaching people how to ride on the boats and water safety and these kinds of things, donating equipment, and then also just getting out the word and spreading the word on their Facebook page or to their family and friends, and just helping us get the word out.